Today, in that match preview, Real Betis played a typical formation system, targeting, and I told you that the key players were Isco. And you see the Isco influence, he was drifting, coming inside here, finding these spaces, finding these gaps, and Eze on the left, targeting Conway, moving these areas, attacking these areas, moving these areas, and they scored the first goal by using those movements. With Isco dropping deeper, attacking these areas, with Anthony trying to drift inside, and it showed that here Anthony trying to drift inside, yet he was not effective, and Isco trying to feed. He feed Eze here, and the connection was there, coming in these areas from deep, dribbling areas there, beating this midfield trio, accelerated midfield trio, beating this man here, coming in these areas, hitting a cross ball here, and then Eze came and then he scored. Isco's movement and Eze's movement in the first half especially provided Chelsea with very many problems. Chelsea's midfield, symmetric midfield shape, isolation here of Caicedo was always exploited by Isco's movement. And this Real Betis side were relentless. They moved high up the pitch. They were attacking relentlessly in this area, moving, cutting chances, attacking Chelsea at will. The only mistake was that they did not score enough goals. And they went after leading with 1-0. And so Chelsea coach Enzo Maresca had a decision to make. He had to find a way of utilizing this as an Isco's influence. He made a tactical choice of taking off his right back and brought in James. This James is comfortable defending, and also with the injury of Ricardo Rodriguez here, it meant that Chelsea had to free Cole Palmer inside here. So that decision of bringing in Reece James was brought in here in this area with specific decision of staying here, making this space move, and also allow the Chelsea left back to invert here, forming this triple 10 here, freeing Cole Palmer. And Cole Palmer was effective in the second half, moving these channels, trying to drift with Betis dropping deeper. Cole Palmer was moving these areas, feeding, and he produced a man of the match display in the second half, creating and influencing those 4 goals that Chelsea scored in the second half. It's because of this tactical switch by moving Reece James here, who is comfortable defending these areas and not attacking these areas, defending these areas naturally, moving this defense here, trying to move this player here, Caicedo holding this 40 in front of them, forming a 3-1 shape in front of this defense here, and allowing Palmer to be free. Palmer being free and drifting everywhere, it is what makes this Chelsea side tick. Palmer's role and influence, it makes Chelsea tick. And with the left back, moving here, Cucurella moving here, forming this trio with Enzo and Cucurella holding these half spaces, and here he was Mr. Cole Palmer, drifting, channeling, moving. This tactical switch by Enzo Maresca, I highlighted the video about how Chelsea are technically flexible, how Maresca changes and adapts. Maresca adapted, he changed something, he changed personnel here, he changed the approach of this team of allowing this area of the pitch, pushing Real Betis to move deeper in these areas, trying to defend these central areas, to lack this protection. And oh my, Chelsea controlled this game, equalized, and scored 4 goals in the second half. If Real Betis were clinical enough in the first half and would have scored these 2-3 goals here, those 2-3 chances here, then this game could have been different. But the fact that Real Betis failed to control this game and failed to get the second goal and third goal, it meant that Chelsea had a chance of coming back. And with Maresca's tactical mind, he changed something. The key decision making is bringing Reece James here on the right. And also the downward this problem is the first injury of Ricardo Rodriguez. This channel of Eze and Ricardo, it was moving, creating havoc in this area of the pitch. But with Ricardo now out and the first replacement, remember that this threat of joining threat, this attacking over the 2v1 on the left side of Betis, it was no longer existing. Meaning that Reece James had just a comfortable period of controlling this area, controlling Isco. If Isco drops, he leaves him to drop inside, but influencing, making this space to be narrow, influencing him and allowing Caicedo to push with Isco. If Isco drifts here, it's because Reece James is here controlling from that back three. If he bypasses Caicedo, this defensive structure, the 3 defenders are ready and waiting to neutralize any threat here. So it meant that Eze had to be taken off because of that movement. Although credit to him, he played a fantastic match in the first half, but finals are won in 90 minutes. It's about how you adapt, how you change, and how you win. Congratulations, Chelsea. They played a good match. Mr. Maresca proved again that he's a technical genius by adapting and changing the approach and overloading the key areas. This is what we call a tactical mastery of football, in relation with space and the time. They control the space of Betis. Betis were just forced to come and defend this area of the pitch, which allowed Chelsea to be in control of possession, controlling the counter-attacks, controlling everything, and Chelsea moving into these lateral spaces, trying to drift inside, trying to move these balls, trying to attack these spaces. And Chelsea, oh my, they equalized and they scored 4 incredible goals in the second half because of the adaptation. In football, you have to be adaptable. You have to adapt according to the opponent. You have to change style and see that and take the game under control. And Enzo Maresca proved once again that he is an elite Premier League tactical genius. And he did what I expected him to do because of the analysis of the first half. He realized that this team Betis is attacking these areas and is moving forward, so he had to find a plan. Congratulations, kudos, follow me for more videos, and congratulations, the Kings of Europa Conference Cup at Chelsea. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and follow. Thank you.